Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together.
Here's Zubac. Rebounded by the Bucks. And the Bucks with possession. Down low, Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the floor.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. The shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, sinks the triple. Antetokounmpo's got 5 now.
Well, being capable of shooting is one thing, but being consistent with your shot, another. Giannis getting there.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe. Bledsoe finds Giannis. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He has 7.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Matthews. And he gets it to go.
And just a nice job side and then drain the jumper.
Pass to Lopez for the 3. He doesn't hit that one.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Sure, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered. He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
On the wing, Giannis, covered by Morris.
I mean, take a look at Giannis in his first year as a...
Back to Jackson. George against Matthews. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This quarter belongs a very exciting game to watch.
And the Bucks miss again. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Jazz. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
With his defensive impact, he is one of the top.
That free throw good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. It's when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Now, the offense sort of works itself out to a lot of mid-range shots, and Kawhi...
Bledsoe against Jackson. For 3, it's hauled in by Giannis.
Well, with him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Shamet and Leonard are on the wings. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. A shot missing. Giannis with some nice D. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now.
And the three off target. Outside for Bledsoe. Here's the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Clippers trail by 9. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team. But
Milwaukee leading by 7. Bledsoe finds Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Jackson against Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides.
Unloads from 13. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard the pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down. 4-on-3 break. Here's Middleton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator, and not afraid to take the punishment.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Well, Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that,
well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Shamet on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss. Korver finds Lopez. And here's Bledsoe, guarded by Green. And Bledsoe, here we go. And the jam by Bledsoe.
one of the first attributes you hear about Eric Bledsoe.
To the line in the game.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
And so it's Milwaukee, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Giannis against George. Here's Antetokounmpo, kept alive. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
And here's Leonard from three. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in. 6 to shoot. Back to Connaughton. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. But they'll get another chance. Harrell kicks to George. And that one's on target from the wing. George has got 25 points.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's DiVincenzo, and too long on the shot.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 7 points. Connaughton passes to Williams. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
So quick off his feet, Montrezl Harrell with a nice rejection.
Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Bucks leading by 18. Paul George with the steal. And George with the stuff.
Well, all of that starting right there with the...
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Leonard. The three from Korver. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
3 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The kick out to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jordan.
Both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And he banks in the layup. Korver's got 8. Here's Connaughton, and that one good. Clippers trail by 20. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And George kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Outside, George to the middle. Leonard inside, and he makes that one. 11 points in the game.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close.
An opportunity just like that.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. He gets really excited about finishing through contact, Kevin.
Bucks leading by 16. Taken away by Williams. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess.
Knocked away. Back to Bledsoe. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. And Milwaukee has possession. It's a 16-point game.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Out left to the wing. Patterson finds Morris. They grab their own miss.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
To the inside. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break. Here we go. Up the floor. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
So much we talk about Bledsoe's athleticism. It was an eye-opener when he first came into the league, and that plays another one.
Morris with the bucket. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league,
right,
and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Matthews. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Morris finds Shemp. On the wing, Jackson. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And Jackson.
Competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously, and I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain, USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and Bledsoe with the stuff. He feeds it to Morris. Great D that time from Middleton. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. They lead by 17. Yep, that one goes in there.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's it.
Clippers trail by 17. Now Shamet from the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Down low, here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Jackson. No good off the back of the rim. Bucks leading by 18.
Yo, check freak, come on.
Bledsoe with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Count that bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay, I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
The Clippers really having a tough go here. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Middleton drives in, and he goes in for the dunk.
Sprinting up the floor and beating everyone down. That's the reward for Chris Middleton.
And George kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second chance shot. Feeds it to Lopez. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Great instincts by Giannis, superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
George looking over the floor. Trains the three-pointer. George has got 16 here in the second half.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter, Paul George can get it going from distance.
And stolen by Harrell. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 17-point game. Matthews passes to Middleton. Elbow shot. Goes back up. And to Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Nobody near Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
But I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Bucks leading by 17. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. The layup missed.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Hill passes to Williams. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Almost, but it rolls out. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
And consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.